What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. Okay, just checking something out, how to spell. Make sure I was spelling that right on my whatever. So I want to stop and thank the trolls again and again and again. Stamped in Deadlands. You guys, listen. You guys are aware it doesn't. Look, you can hit dislike all you want. The more you interact with the video, especially it feeds the algorithm. Disliking it feeds the algorithm, you morons. But I want to sit and thank my trolls. I want to thank my trolls because you got me populated at 2 for Stamden. Already. Thank you. You're a fucking moron. But thank you. Yes, you are a moron. But I want to thank you. Again, thank you, morons. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. Thank you, morons. Thank you. You need help. But, you know, you're a moron. You are a moron. You are the weakest link. So, just a heads up. And we've got to switch this title here, I've noticed. We're going to switch that title. Alright, let me finish that up here. We want to get that in there. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, definitely I want to thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, trollets. Thank you, dumbasses. You guys are morons. You are. Oh no. I hate when that happens. Alright, I gotta log out. Oh, son of a bitch. I don't know if logging out and logging back in will work. We'll see. I think I have to start the client over again. Son of a bitch. That sucks. Anywho, thank you. Silver, Mystic, who's trolling you now? Everybody trolls me, Silver. Everybody trolls me. They just don't like me. It's all good. I want to thank them, though. Because they've already populated my new build at number 2. I'm like, oh, what a bunch of... Like, you would think if they didn't want people to watch it, to actually watch it, they wouldn't even click it. That would take common sense. Right? It's something that, you know, human population's missing these days. I mean, I don't know. But, yeah, no, as soon as you interact with it, it feeds the algorithm. If you hit like or dislike, it doesn't matter if you hit like or dislike, the algorithm picks up either. So I'm like, what the are these guys morons? Are they that stupid? I mean, what the... They're dumb. Hell yeah, I have to check it out later. I like it. I wanted to bring it out a while ago, but, you know... I got sick. I'm still sick. Everybody's sick and whatever. So hopefully this works on my controller. So whatever. But if not, I'll have to end the stream and reopen in it. Oh jeez, that sucks. Cause I gotta shut everything down to do everything all over again. I'm really not looking forward to that. Okay, looks good. We're good. We're golden. Yay. Yay. But yeah. No, they're just they don't possess brain cells, so you know. They're like, Mystic came out with the new build. Go mass dislike. I'm like, thank you, please. Please. Keep doing it. It doesn't matter, like even my PvP builds, they used to do that. I would have 40 or 50 dislikes with eventually like 100 and something, thousands of views. And I'm like, you guys are morons. You're dipshits. You're the worst kind of trolls. You're brainless trolls. You can't stop people from wanting to see something different. This game allows you to play different. People are going to look for something. You know, I always tell everybody, check it out. If you don't like it, don't use it. If you like it, cool. That's how I roll, but, you know, whatever. I set my own standard. So, whatever. I don't do clickbait. No. Don't do none of that shit. And I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for certain content creators to come out with their new, you know, configurations. We're waiting. They ain't getting around it.
Denied. Trespass no farther.
They ain't getting around it.
Met with force, heathen.
And they're not.
I told you bargaining wouldn't work.
It was a courtesy.
They're not.
They must face Azura's wrath now.
So, I personally, I'm, and thank God we got tank. Oh yeah, baby.
Glory to the Silver Road!
Servant houses.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Completely abandoned.
Yeah, we're sick.
Tell us what led to this sorry state. See what we can learn here. But you should press on before the night's out.
We'll catch up once you've cleared the path.
Destroy these intruders, and you may earn your place as bearer.
Like I said, if they just even leave me alone, I might actually leave the game. I'm getting more entertainment from them than they are from me. I'm enjoying it. I'm sadistic though. I like fucking with dumb people. I am a sadistic bastard.
Did greater resistance. It seems the Silver Rose are short on more than servants.
Oh, they're still here. Just not everyone takes to these toys as well as me.
Sanity seems...
Told one of the trolls, I'm like, I've done more for this community than all of you guys combined. And that's a fact, because I have the videos to prove it. I'm like, what are you going to do? Ain't shit. Ain't shit you're going to do.
Know how to stick a landing, I'll give them that. Where do you suppose they learned to fly? What in oblivion have we got here? Something for everyone! Let's see who wants to join us. More the merrier, I say.
You are completely restored. I think. Mortal anatomy isn't of interest to Flo.
I'd say it's coming down like cats and dogs, but it's not. People call it the Shivering Isles for nothing.
Jeez, my Jesus. Yeah, all they do is feed me. I'm like, what the fuck? You guys know you're helping a scenario, right? Just saying. You're helping the cause, not hurting it. Yeah, let's just go.
Inside.
You don't care about the extra boss, whatever.
Don't let them near the relics. Hold the line.
Comes up with our tank. I don't know.
Can you feel that? Great emanations from beyond that door.
And strongly warded. Maintaining it requires great power. There must be a source nearby. The priest and I will search right. You check the room to the left.
Yeah. Chest, whatever. I never pay attention. Like, okay. Oopsie.
Does the heathen priest believe he can stand in the way of our divine purpose?
The powers of oblivion ought to be worshipped. They are to be commanded.
2 shares of the spoils for me.
I got this. There won't be much left after I stomp them into paste. Awaken fear! Take my heel! Use a little reinforcement.
Laugh at you, Liam. You're going to get us all killed.
Watch your step. Kiss my boot!
Shrink before meridian light.
Quit running!
You are failing to shine brighten. Rise and prove that you deserve that power.
They're tougher than they look.
Need a hand? Or 2?
No escape! Down you go!
artifacts deserve more.
Damn it.
To share this power.
This sucks.
Soon I will wield it all.
I have my taste, but my tongue feels all kind of like on the sides, like weird. Makes me talk with slur, like it's slightly puffy.
In fact, it only made them
So-
worse. Proceed with caution. Azura, look at all of these relics. They're the source of the troubling energies I felt. They're twisting more than the Knights. I need to banish the miasma before it gets any worse.
These were once mortals. Oblivion tainted them to the core.
The corruption will continue to well up here until it floods out from these ruins. I must cast it out. Azura, I offer you this power. May it provide succor to your chosen.
On another chest.
That did it. But I still feel more corruption beyond this room. Let's press on.
Just don't forget why we're here.
I'm a stalker now. Go figure. Oh, my food both wore off.
I am slightly impressed by the size of this collection. I never knew you mortals had it in you.
And you take us far too lightly. Train cell power. Find it and scatter.
It seems the only path is down. I feel a surge in the Daedric power. It's gathering. It's behind that door.
Jeez.
I have conquered countless of the prince's chosen and reaped the spoils. The powers of oblivion will soon take you.
That looks like a unicorn.
Pray it is the divines that take your soul. overrode! Press the attack! Nowhere is beyond the reach of my blade!
If we weren't going to hold you right now.
Tenacious fools! You cast your broken bodies from the battlements if it's the last thing I do! Defend the bastion with your lives! Oblivion awaits!
So you gotta interrupt these fuckers.
No! No! Where are you taking me?
Nice.
Please! No!
May Azura for this tragic end to a once.
Yay. Yo, Roshi, what's up? I don't think anyone actually intends to hurt you. Nobody in this community is that malicious. Dude, have you seen my new build, dude? They've already disliked the hell out of it. But okay, you haven't been around as long as I have. So there's people who hate me. Like literally hate my guts in this game. It all started when I went back for the Twice-Born Star and I proved it was a piece of shit
Haven't forgotten our
set.
bargain, Lyric.
Because everybody said it was best in slot. It's best in slot. And it never was. So I went out. I proved it wasn't. And then all of a sudden everybody hated my guts for it.
This will do, priest.
Because I used to work with these type of numbers. So I'm like, you know, it's what I used to do for a living. You know, it's what I did. And all of a sudden, just people just got mad. They were like, duh, duh, duh. And I'm like, none of you guys can count. You ignore the law of diminishing returns. What? Diminishing returns. What's that? I'm like, yeah, that's the point. That's what made me become a content creator. This community has been whacked. Like, wherever there's percentage numbers that you've invested in, percentage return, there's diminishing returns. And the only thing that offsets diminishing returns are in different values. So, and I'm like, and you can't put everything in under the same builds because, like, you know, you're a PvPer. All the classes are different. They're missing something. So as PvPers, what do? We make up the stats we don't have. We adapt better. Why they keep smacking everybody in the same shit? Because they haven't learned anything yet. So I'm like, oh my god. And that's why I keep saying I'll take a PvPer in a PvE, any PvE content with me before I take a PvE player in PvP with me. Because they don't know numbers. They're morons. They have a herd mentality following morons. Outcast, who at the time was the meta god, even had Sharpen on Magtunes because they didn't put penetrating values on our character sheets till what, right around beginning of this year, and or even last year or something. They put it out a couple years ago. They put in the penetrating value. But we didn't always have it. So I was teaching people how to, measure penetration. I gave everybody penetrating value, all that shit. Scaling, all of it. Yo, how's everything going? Dirty. Dude, I haven't seen you forever. How you doing? Oh my god, I miss you, brother. I miss you. Oh, Dirty, man. How you been? But, yeah, so because of that, because I proved that stuff, I got this big following. You know, I went from like 50 to enough to get my partnership, with Google. And I was like, okay, cool. So I just wanted to keep putting out builds. So, because I played all healing classes at the time and a PvP, but I was mainly still healer. And so I wanted to showcase every class as a healer builds. And that's what I did. And then I broke out into, all these things and values in my own builds. And, and that's about it, And that's what I still do. But the meta doesn't like when I bring up something and they get pissed and then they troll me because they couldn't stop and count. And then I wait for them to respond and they sit there because they know it's coming. Good, man. Just seen you streaming, so I had to swing by. Dude, I miss you, brother. Hope you all having a good Thanksgiving tomorrow. We actually had our Thanksgiving. Me and my daughter had food delivered to us from my family. We have ours on the eve of, because my family's in the medical field. So it's a lot of times they have to work on holidays. And so they actually had to drop off our Thanksgiving dinner today because we couldn't share it with our family because we're in quarantine. Yeah. I was like, fuck. But my daughter was really happy, at least, that we got our Thanksgiving dinner. And because, I can't fix a huge turkey for two of us. And, but we got to talk to them on the phone and stuff. But thank you. I hope you have a good Thanksgiving as well, brother. All of you. I hope you all have a very good Thanksgiving. So, but yeah, that's how I got started, man. And people hate me. They hate my guts. Like, even the Asian fake, because I won't even call him a god ever. He's a fake. It took him 3 years to figure out what I disclosed 3 years prior. And they still ignore diminishing returns every time they smack 7 divine. That's why I said PvPers adapt better. We know number. We know, hey, we want this, we want that. We adjust. Even if you don't know all what you're really doing. I always say PvPers are instinctive. Even if they don't know the math, they realize something's wrong in their character sheet. Even from a numbers perspective. They don't have to know every intricate detail of how the numbers break down, but when it reflects their character sheet, they know it. They know it. They see it and they sense it and they know it. And they have a sense to it. And that's pretty amazing given the fact that all the PvEers still follow morons who can't count. And the PvPers are more versed than the PvEers following the morons. Like, a lot of people are like lightning staff. I'm like, it's 10%. And we used to do a trick in most of our trials on trash. Lay down the AoEs, proc up our major buffs on the front bar, and then heavy attack with lightning and melt everything down because it has built-in AoE. It's amazing what 6 lightning staffs will do when they're both firing with all AoEs down. It's simply amazing, let me tell you. Not really, but, common sense, once again, goes out the window. Now, does that always apply? No, not always. It depends. But, just saying. Crit rush meta on PvP? Oh, no, man. they kind of nerfed us in crit so much, man. But, yeah, the crit rush. Yeah, 2H. They use that. Yeah, at least you got something. Hope quarantine goes well. Thanks, brother. Hey, do you PvP as well or just PvE? No, I'm mainly, my end game's always been PvP. Like, I gave up, prior to becoming a content creator, I was this hardcore raider in other games. And I literally was just talking to somebody about that today. I got tired of the drama Because, like, if we did raids in WoW, we'd be 6-8 hours in. Like, Molten Core, 8 hours easy. Karazhan, I think we could get done 6. You know, one the wing, I think you can get the one wing done in about 3. But if you do both sides, I think about 6. But, you know, if you had both keys. And then Nax, you could... It depends how much you want to go into Nax. Egg Shield, if you're going to do 20 or 40. But... And then, of course, I got tired of those long-durated raids. And I got into Rift. And I was a hardcore... I was tanks. Well, except every time they switched in WoW. And then I had to switch accordingly. So I went from a warrior tank to a druid tank. That was the thing. And then I went to... Because druid tank was no good anymore, I went to druid healer. So, yeah, it's crazy. And then in Rift, you had souls. So, but I had tanks. So, in support classes, we had like 3 raid teams in our guild. And of course, our guild got into this big drama fest. It always gets in drama. In progression games, in those sense, you raid with 40, 20 players between, and there's only 5 or 6 bosses, and only one piece of loot gets divided amongst 40 to 20 people, and then it's locked out for the week. You can't do it again. And I was like, you know, I'm tired, man, because I get all these legendaries, I get all this shit, and guess what? It gets replaced by a fucking green the next update. It gets replaced. I'm like, you know, I did all that for nothing, you know, basically. You know, I mean, I had the memories, I got the achievements, what the fuck ever, like that, whatever. But I just got tired of the drama and everything. And then I picked up this game because I was like, okay, cool. There's no... It's got large-scale PvP because I played the AOC. And that's where Cyrodiil came from. Like Dark Age of Camelot. So I was like really cool with that. I like siege battles. Large-scale PvP battles. Like trebuchets, ballistas, all that stuff. Oil pot. I'm like, oh yeah. And then Elder Scrolls. I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan. Morrowind's my favorite. But I like them all. And then I was like, so yeah, I'll give it a try. Now, we knew it was being developed. I did not sign up for the alpha because I didn't want to get... Like, I've tested for Matt before, but I didn't want this to kind of spoil anything for me. So my computer was down. I had my PS, and I got it for my PS. That's how I know a lot of players that come on here and stop in and say hi to me. And yeah, you know. So, and of course, you know, I just like to have fun. And I like to give players options and appreciate what the game offers, because you don't have to go through drama. But, you know, I mean, I guess it's everywhere. I mean, everybody wants to make drama, but then I'm having to fight against stupidity. Not drama, just stupidity. Just, oh, it's best in slot. I'm like, do you know how scaling works? What? Scaling? No. Okay. So is that best in slot for every class? Yeah, it's best in slot. Do you know where best in slot comes from? No. A slot item. Not a set, not a trait, a slot item. Well, no, that's not best in slot. Then why is it called slot? Why? Why? I ask. I'm like, the reason it is because it's a linear game. This is an open-ended. Open what? Open-ended. Hey, so yeah, that's what I've had to deal with. People don't even know they're playing an open-ended game. Oh my god. I'm telling you, man. That's why, and I walked away for a bit. I thought I left it in good hands. I thought everything was cool. And then I come back and some crazy stuff's going on. And I'm like, what the fuck are you all still smoking? Are you still listening to these morons? You're still doing it? You're still doing it. Someone's like, well, you know, we need this class to do this. I'm like, how many people are in a trial? 12. How many classes are there? 6. And you can't think of any other composition that you guys used for the last 7 years. I'm like, man, you guys, man, I'm serious. Like, brain cells gone. You know, whatever. You know, seriously. I can't make it up. It's still there. You go look at their sites, man. I mean, they had the same setup for 2 years before I came back. The same damn shit. People used to laugh at me when I ran mothers and friggin' like a max scaling system for the damage. Like, oh my god. I swear. Like when I came back, I didn't need to farm a fucking piece of mothers. Not one. I'm like, you guys still rolling this shit. It's been 2 years. Crazy. But yeah. You know, seriously. I can see why people get bored. You know, they log in, and what's the PvEers have for them? Nothing. What's changed this update? Nothing. But this says this, it's still the same setup. We haven't changed a thing. Keep playing what we tell you. It's worked for 2 years. Don't fix it if it ain't broken. Maybe we should try this. No. Leave. We don't want to hear it. Bye. It's like, man, you guys are some lame-ass motherfuckers. Can't even have fun. Can't even experiment. Can't even try anything new. That is some lame-ass shit. I mean, it's really competitive there in trial score. The reason I never get into it, this is what you win. A gold item you've already acquired. Yeah. That's competitive. That's so competitive. Just saying. That's why I never got into it. And I never wanted to. I was like, look, I do my trials. In the beginning, I was a trial healer. But I was like, I just go in for my shit. I ain't going in for no fucking spliffity-spliff shit. Fuck that. I just want my gear. If I get my shit, I get my shit. If I don't, I don't. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I just want my shit. So, yeah. Have fun. Oh my god, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't have fun. This game's not meant for that. Anyways. Yeah, I'm probably gonna log out. I'm feeling like really congested. No, not congested, like draining. You can hear it. It's gross. I sound gross. But yeah, thank you, trolls. Thank you. I want to thank the community for listening to these really impressive individuals. I can't wait. Are you talking about anyone in specific? Oh, I'm talking in general, most of it. I mean, I could put people out there, but in general, because literally I fought against it. I have every video to prove it. Timestamps matter. So, in general, the community, like literally, when I came here, Resto Destro was a thing. They put Sharpen on Magtoons.
Did you get it?
Everybody, Stam and Mag were running Twiceborn Star. All sort. They were throwing Biss around like it was, and they still do. I'm like, oh my fucking god! I've walked into a community that has no fundamentals in MMOs, none, and they're believing morons. Because I never watched content creators. I never watched YouTube. I was an elitist. We laughed at content creators. We're like, who watches that? Nobody. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. And then I come to this game and everybody's watching them. I'm like, why? Why? And then my one dude's like, dude, they're even ignoring diminishing returns. I'm like, nuh-uh. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh my fucking god. Oh my god. These guys are dumb. They are. We have mass stupidity on a grand scale. They're being taught by morons. They're not even being taught correctly. They're being taught everything incorrectly. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, Nightblades can't be healers. I'm like, yeah, that's the way the game's designed. It's an Elder Scrolls title. What's that mean? Oh my god. Okay. Like, and the PC had it. The console was really bad too. So yeah, I had to fight against it, and I've been hated ever since. Ever since. They're like, oh, you're a meme. And I'm like, oh, but Rich and Zoss vindicated me multiple times. And so have your content creators when they drop the Twice Sports Star, when they stopped using Sharpen on Magtunes, when they did this, when they did that, I've been vindicated multiple times. So you guys always do what I say. Suck a nut. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting for one content creator to bring out his compositions. We'll see what he figures out. Math always reveals all. Time will reveal it all. Yeah. Anyways, peace out, everybody. Have a good one. Happy holidays.